Say goodbye to stress. 7 Stoic Guidelines. In our modern world, stress seems unavoidable. Oftentimes, our minds are filled with demands, disturbances, and reasons to worry from the moment we wake up to the second our heads hit the pillow. This constant state of tension and anxiety corrodes our health, relationships, and quality of life. But what if we could transcend this? What if we could tap into an inner fortress of calmness, even in the midst of external chaos? The ancient Greek and Roman Stoics practiced principles that allowed them to do precisely this. By following their timeless wisdom on attaining inner freedom, we can transform life's difficulties into opportunities for growth. Today we will explore 7 key Stoic guidelines for preventing stress and cultivating an unconquerable sense of tranquility. But before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell to get alerted anytime we post amazing videos like this. 1. Focus on what you can control. The most basic step to freeing yourself from stress is to focus on what you can control. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus wrote, the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can clearly say to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. In life, it is crucial to distinguish between the things that are within your control and those that are not. Events, situations, the actions of others, fame, health, and wealth are examples of things we cannot directly control. They are external to us. Don't waste your precious time and energy worrying about or struggling against things you can't control. This useless struggle only leads to frustration and suffering. Instead, focus your efforts on what is within your power, your own thoughts, attitudes, desires, and actions. You have complete control over your mindset and response to external events. No one can control your inner realm without your consent. Use this power wisely. Direct your thoughts consciously. View challenges as opportunities for growth and act with wisdom and discipline. Train yourself through constant practice to become resilient, unshakable, and fully in control of your inner world. This inner control will allow you to approach any external circumstance with calmness, virtue, and an unbreakable sense of inner peace. You'll be able to weather life's storms while others are tossed about by winds beyond their control. 2. Let go of the past. Dwelling excessively on the past and things that cannot be changed will only lead to resentment, sadness, and anxiety. Of course, learn from your past mistakes and successes. This helps inform your future judgments. But don't obsess over bygone events, lost opportunities, or the actions of others that you cannot alter. Just as the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius advised, let go of the past and the future. You don't control either one. Once an event is in the past, it is outside your control. Keep your focus on the present moment. Each new day offers you the chance to renew your commitment to living virtuously. Seize opportunities within your power and move your life in a positive direction. Don't carry regrets from yesterday into the present. Practicing mindfulness techniques can help you keep focused on the here and now rather than ruminating on the past. When negative thoughts about the past do enter your mind, don't resist them forcefully. Rather, gently acknowledge them, then let them go like leaves floating down a stream. Replace them with present moment awareness or thoughts focused on your current path. With practice, you will get better and better at living in the present, putting the past to rest. This will greatly reduce your stress and allow you to extract wisdom from the past without being burdened by things you cannot change. 3. Separate the essential from the inessential. In life, you must learn to distinguish between truly important things and those that are not. Too often, we get stressed out and anxious over minor inconveniences, details, material possessions, fleeting pleasures, or pains. We forget to focus on the few essential things that really matter: our character, wisdom, fulfillment of purpose, and contribution to others. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't let your reflection on the whole sweep of life crush you. Don't dwell on all the various troubles that have occurred in the past or on all the ones to come. Stay focused on the present situation. Ask yourself why it's so hard to bear and what makes it so. Make a habit of pausing frequently to ask yourself, is this thing I'm worried about really of essential importance? If not, take a deep breath and let your anxiety about it go. Refocus on what is essential. Is this situation or decision going to help me grow in wisdom, strengthen my character, or allow me to live more virtuously? If yes, give it your full attention and effort. If not, move on without wasting mental energy. Regularly reflecting on death, as the Stoics advised, helps put everything in perspective. Most of the things that stress us will be forgotten soon after we die, but our character, how wisely, justly, and nobly we lived, endures. So live each day focused on only the essentials. 4. Act according to your best judgment. When making decisions, act based on your most thoughtful, reasoned judgment in the situation. Thoroughly investigate the issue, seek input from wise mentors, and weigh your choices carefully. Once you have deliberated and arrived at a decision, act with conviction and commitment without lingering doubt or self-criticism. As long as you sincerely judge to the best of your ability with the information available to you at the time, you have no reason for remorse or distress, even if things don't work out as planned. All we can expect of ourselves is to act rightly, according to our judgment at the moment. The outcomes are not fully under our control. As Epictetus advised, when you have decided on a course of action, think of the opposite carefully. Look at what the consequences would be, and only then proceed. Don't lapse into indecision or self-doubt when trials arise after you have decided your best course of action. Stay confident that you chose wisely under the conditions at hand. Even if you made a poor judgment, use it as a lesson rather than a source of anguish or self-condemnation after the fact. You cannot change the past. You can only control how you respond in the present and how you decide in the future. 5. Don't worry if someone talks bad about you. As a person, you will inevitably face criticism and encounters with rude, malicious, or judgmental people. When someone talks negatively about you, remember that you have no control over their words. Their hurtful opinions actually say more about their own insecurities and flaws than about you. Just as Epictetus wrote, "If evil be said of you, and if it be true, correct yourself. If it be a lie, laugh at it." Don't let their harsh words shake your self-confidence or provoke you to anger. Your sense of worth comes from living virtuously, not from praise or validation from others. You know yourself, your motivations, and your character better than anyone else. Stay grounded in this self-knowledge. The foolish opinions of others cannot harm your inner wisdom and virtue. Moreover, those who babble negatively are often suffering themselves. Be compassionate towards them, not reactive. Their hostility reveals their ignorance, pain, and lack of self-mastery. Wish them well, and move on without allowing their words to disturb your composure. 6. No one can hurt you. According to the Stoics, the only true harm is moral harm, the damage caused by injustice, vice, foolishness, and lack of wisdom. Physical and emotional pains, insults, financial loss, illness, and other external misfortunes have no real power to damage your character or inner serenity without your consent. You alone have control over your perspective and response to external events. You can choose to remain unconcerned and upright no matter what happens to you. No one can degrade you or rob you of your composure unless you allow it. Events are objective, neutral, and impermanent. Our subjective judgments and reactions give them any lasting impact they have on our lives. See life's difficulties as opportunities to strengthen your resilience, patience, and wise perspective. Do not label anything that befalls you in life as intrinsically good or bad. It is just part of the natural flow of events in a complex world. What matters is how you meet adversity, with courage, understanding, and tranquility. Remember that you have a choice in how you respond. No outside force can diminish your worth or steal your peace of mind without your agreement. You alone control your inner realm. 7. Don't react to insults from others. When someone directly insults, provokes, or treats you with hostility, it is natural to feel offended and get swept up in emotional reactivity. However, it is within your power to remain calm and fully in control of your response. When you are on the receiving end of insults or verbal abuse, pause, take a few deep breaths, and collect yourself before responding. Don't allow your temporary anger or humiliation to override reason. Remind yourself that this person is behaving ignorantly and causing themselves moral harm, not you. Their words reveal more about their own pain than your flaws. As Marcus Aurelius advised, to refrain from imitation is the best revenge. Rather than lashing back defensively or launching a counterattack, respond with compassion, dignity, and poise. A thoughtful, polite response, or even just silent forbearance, will frustrate the hurt more than any heated reaction. They want the satisfaction of thinking they provoked you. Deprive them of this reaction so their effort is wasted. Acting with wisdom and composure requires patience and practice, but training yourself to remain tranquil under fire protects your peace of mind and lets you act from principle rather than raw emotion. It also models virtuous, enlightened behavior for the insulter and any onlookers. This has the power to de-escalate and even transform situations of conflict. With time and discipline, you will become skilled at hearing criticism and even abuse without taking offense, retaliating in anger, or losing your inner peace. Remember, external provocations have no real power to disturb you without your consent. Your mind remains clear and free, even when receiving venom from another. Stress is inevitable, but we can control how much it affects us. It all comes down to how we train ourselves to interact with our surroundings. The Stoics encourage us to ignore what is beyond our control and focus on what is within our reach. That way, we don't have to live in a constant state of worry and uncertainty. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more amazing content. See you in the next video.